or good night, wherever the case may be. And welcome to Arizona Positive Motivation. I wanted to tell you guys something about silence, about the reason why I'm silent most of the time. I usually carry my battles and carry my feelings in silence because the minute I try and expose them, the minute I try and express them, the minute I try and talk about them, I get shut down. I get silenced. I get bullied. I get made fun of. Because people only look at things from the outside in. You see, there's a lot of people that see things only through the mirror or only through the window. They don't realize the real struggles that are going on. They don't realize the real pain that is going on. You don't realize the real trials and tribulations that are going on. You only see what is presented to you. You don't see the real struggle that goes on. You don't see the real trials and tribulations that goes on. You only go by what you see and what you hear on the internet. You don't see what really goes on in somebody's life because you're not a part of it. You're not watching it every day. You're not in it every day because you have your own life, your own worries, your own things that you go through. We're all like that. You know, we all like to pass judgment on people before we even realize what's really going on with them. We all like to say, oh, I know everything about this person. Oh, I know everything about that person. Well, to be honest, you really don't. See, a lot of people suffer, but they suffer in silence. A lot of people hurt, but they hurt in silence. Because a lot of people don't express themselves here on a public forum. They don't say what's really on their mind. They don't say what's really going on. They give you the, what do you call it? The filtered version of what's really happening in their lives and what's really going on with their lives. You know, they don't really, it's not like they don't care. It's just that they tell you only a little bit of a version that they want you to hear. You don't know the true struggles of what a person goes through because you're not living their life. You're not participating in their life. You're not with them every single day. You're not living with them every single day. You're not talking with them every single day. You're not interacting with them every single day. Nobody knows the true struggle of what anybody goes through on this platform. You could only assume. You see, just like me doing a live stream like this, you pick and choose what you want to hear and what you want to see, and then you react to it or say nothing about it or just think, you put your own opinion on it, basically. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You don't really care whether someone's right or whether somebody's wrong. You just want to put your opinion on it to be heard. Put your opinion on it to have an opinion. Is it a right opinion? No. Is it a wrong opinion? No. It's just how you feel about a certain thing that some people say, or a certain thing that some people do, or a certain thing that you heard secondhand from another person. You know, like, oh, did you hear what this guy said? Did you hear what this guy did? Oh my God, he is the worst person in the world. He is just the devil. He should be, you know, he should be just burnt at the stake. You know, he is. But you really don't know in real life, you don't know anything about this person. Because honestly, we could sit there and talk trash on each other all we want. But do we really know each other? Do we really know each other well enough to pass judgment on one another? No, we don't. We simply do not. Because think about it. We all live different lives. We all do different things. Who are we to judge anybody on somebody's lifestyle, on somebody's sexual preference, on somebody's ethnic background, or even race? Who are we to judge on any of that? Any of that? Seriously, guys, this world is starting to be a really messed up place, but guess what? You know why it's messed up? Because we allow it to be that way. It doesn't have to be messed up. It doesn't have to be screwed up. It doesn't have to be in a state of disarray. It could easily be fixed. It could easily be changed. But a lot of people don't want that change. A lot of people don't want that fixing because they're perfectly fine the way it is. Just let it run the way it is. Let people just run off with whatever they want and do whatever they want. You know, who cares, right? At the end of the day, who cares? But what you guys don't realize is that people do hurt and people can get severely damaged, especially when you say things to really, really hurt their feelings bad, or when you do things that really, really hurt them. You know, it's true in so many ways. It's true. Now, I did shut the live chat off for just a minute because I wanted to talk. Okay? But I did turn it back on so that people that want to comment, they could come in and comment. But like I said, guys, who are we to judge anybody on anybody's lifestyle when our lives are not that much better or that much worse? There's nobody in this world that's better than anybody else. And there's nobody in this world that's worse than anybody else. We all live in a struggle. We all live going through everything together. You know? We all live the same game called life. It's just different rewrites, different things. Nobody has the right to pass judgment on anybody when they have no clue as to what they're going through, how they're feeling, or what the situation is, truthfully. A lot of us believe in second and third hand information. That means, somebody tells a story, right? And then that story has passed hands from that person to the next person to the next person to the next person. And every time that story is passed down, somebody else has to sprinkle a little bit more bullshit on it just to make it believable. And so they keep it going. And pretty soon, the originality of the rumor or the story just gets lost and it just trails and fades off into, obscurity. I hope you're old enough to be here. I hope so. I better hope so. This is adults only, 18 plus only. Oh, you're 23? Okay, you're fine. But anyway, don't you hate it when people judge you before they even get to know you? Don't you hate it when people make fun of you when they don't even know what you're going through in life? I mean, seriously, you barely know somebody and they're already making fun of you, making and joking about you when they have no idea about your life. They have no idea about what you're going through. They have no idea about how you are feeling on the inside. And that's what's really wrong with this world and society today. Because people are quick to judge before they even get the facts together. Or, yeah, it happens everywhere, man. It happens everywhere. And it really sucks that people in general, most people in general, are like that. Me, I'm I'm a little bit different. I don't hold any hate or dislike towards anybody. I like everybody. I love everybody unconditionally. I don't give a fuck if you're my best friend. I don't give a fuck if you're my worst enemy. I'll still love you no matter what. I'll still care about you no matter what. I don't know what your life is, but that's not my business unless you make it my business. Unless you want to open up to it, hey, what you do in your life, that's your business. I have no right to talk about it. I have no right to judge about it. Yes, God is real. He is. But like I said, whatever's going on in your life, that's for you. That's not for me. Because, like I said, I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom. I'm not your aunt. I'm not your uncle. I'm just a guy on the internet. That's it. That you just happen to come across, and we're just, civilly talking. That's it. I don't mean much, but, I'm still here. So, but yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just too many people making snap judgments and doing all that. Man, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. I don't care. But anyway, but uh, but anyway, um, like I said, people make too many judgments and assumptions about who somebody is and how they act when they don't when they don't know them personally. Like, I know a lot of you out here don't know me from a can of paint, and I don't know you guys either. But guess what? We talk with each other on here, so we must have something in common. All of you out here are listening to me for a reason, listening to me for a purpose. Because you want to hear something. You want to listen to something that nobody else is talking about. You want to hear something that nobody else is saying out there. And I'm saying this. We need to free our minds of the bullshit. We need to free our minds of the crap that weighs us down every single goddamn day. We need to stop fucking judging people, each other, fighting with each other all the time. For what? For what? What the fuck are we fighting for? What the fuck are we going to accomplish on a internet platform? What are we going to do on it? Seriously. If someone is hating on you, regardless of how many arguments you get into, regardless of how many things that go on, they're still going to dislike you. They're still going to hate on you. Whether you believe it or not. If a person doesn't like you, you could bring them candy, you could bring them flowers, you could pay them whatever. They're still going to hate you, period. And if someone's really likes you, they're going to like you no matter what. Okay? They're going to like you no matter what. You could sit there and tell them to fuck off, or you could sit there and say that they're a piece of shit right to their face. But at the same time, they're still going to be there for you no matter what. Because a lot of the times people do that as a defense mechanism. Because they don't want to get hurt. So what do? They purposely push people away to avoid getting hurt, to avoid getting into something that they're going to regret later. So that's why people put that as a defense mechanism. When they say, it's hard to explain. But it's true, though. And here's what we have to do, ladies and gentlemen. How about we all really get to know each other first on a personal level, and then make judgments? Because I guarantee everything that I'm going through is probably no different than what you're going through. Everything that I'm feeling is probably no different than how you're feeling. Because we all think and feel the same. This is what you guys don't understand. We are all the same people, just different versions of it. We're all the same. We all live the same lives. We all struggle the same way. We all laugh. We all cry. We all get angry, and we all hurt. We do every single day. Every single day is a struggle. Every single day is just, for me, all right, I'm going to give you an example of me. And you could judge me on this or whatever. But with me, you know what the biggest struggle is? You know what the biggest problem I've ever had in my whole entire life is? Fighting just to keep my eyes open, just to open up my eyes and literally motivate myself every single day just to fucking get going to live. Do you know how hard that is to do every single day? Most of you do, because most of you understand that. because most of you are going through the same similar problems that I'm going through as well. That's the reason why I talk about this. It's because a lot of you are going through the struggle and the rat race as well. And you know what? My thing is, you guys aren't alone. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Nobody is alone in this world. Nobody. No, I don't want any of you to feel like, oh, I'm the only one going through it. I'm the only one going through it. No, there are literally hundreds of thousands of people going through the same problems with you at the same fucking time. You guys want to know? You guys want to know what a real life struggle is? What a real life problems are? Go and visit the people that are terminally ill, that are on life support, that are barely hanging on for dear life. But guess what? They still have smiles on their faces every time they see somebody. They still have love in their heart for everyone. And, you know, someone actually asked them, why are you so happy? Why are you so happy? And you know what they said without skipping a beat? They said, we're happy because we're alive. We're alive and we're enjoying life. And it doesn't matter how much time we have. We're grateful for the time that we have, period. And we enjoy every minute of it. Regardless of what's going on in our lives, we still are grateful. Grateful to God for giving us life. Grateful to God for allowing us to have that privilege of living, that privilege of being on this earth. Whether you're here for 30 seconds or 30 years, it doesn't matter. Be thankful for what you have. Live your life to the fullest with no regret. Don't do that to yourself. Because the only person that you're going to be hurting at the end of the day is you, not anybody else. Don't torture yourself. You don't deserve it. Don't hurt yourself. You don't deserve it. Nobody deserves to have anything bad happen to anybody on this platform or anywhere else in that matter. We're all perfectly imperfect beings. We're all perfectly mentally and physically fucked up people. Period. We are. All of us are. Because we all have a weakness. We all have a strong point. And we all have a physical or mental struggle, or sometimes both, that we go through every single day of our lives. We do. There is nobody on this earth that is better than you. There is nobody on this earth that is worse off than you. We're all equal in this world. We are. And we all go through the same trials, tribulations, and struggles every single day. And the question is, when are all of us going to wake up and take the blinders off and realize, hey, I'm not the only one here. There's a lot of other people that are doing this same thing you're doing, that are going through the same moments that you're doing, that are going through the same struggles that you're going through. My advice and my last thing that I'm going to say today is just remember, because a good friend of mine said something that I'll never forget. She said that I wasn't alone. and that I don't struggle in the darkness needlessly, because there are plenty of other people that are doing the same thing. I'm sorry that I came on this live stream like this, but you know, when I see people judging other people for things that they've done, things that they've said, you know, you can't do that without being judged yourself for the things that you've done and for the things that you've said too. Me, I'm far. I am far from being an angel. I am far from being, perfect. You know, I I will admit that I am physically and mentally fucked up out of my fucking mind. Hey, I admit it. I'm perfectly imperfect, just like everybody else in this world. I'm nothing special, okay? I'm not. I'm just a plain old guy, just firing up a live stream on this device, just chitter chattering away, you know, just talking. Do I have a purpose? No. Do I have a reason? No. I'm just talking. Because mainly, I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit better. And maybe someday somebody will listen to this stream. Maybe someday someone will hear what I really have to say. And maybe someday, somewhere, sometime, this live stream that I'm talking about, or this live stream that I'm doing, might reach out to somebody to help them. What's up, Diz? Good evening, Diz. What's going on, man? But like I said, I don't do this crap for no reason at all. I don't. I do this for a reason. I do this mainly because I do it for my own, personal edification, and it kind of makes me feel better because, see, what I do is I do these live streams, and then a lot of the times when I'm feeling like shit or when I'm feeling crappy, I actually watch these live streams, because if you really listen to these live streams very well, you would understand that there's always like a moral to the story, like something to take back, something to learn something out of it. You know what I mean? There's always something. It doesn't matter whether you listen to, well, maybe your lesson is, well, I learned one lesson. What's that? Not to listen to this stream again. But, well, at least you learned something. At least you took something out of this. So, in other words, mission accomplished. I succeeded. I'm doing pretty good, Diz. How about yourself, bro? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well, and I hope you're having a great day, because, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just recuperating a little bit. I busted my little bottom all day long out in the yard yesterday, and it was fun, interesting, but fun. I got to eat some Burger King yesterday, which was really, really good. Um, the gentleman that I was helping out to do his yard, he actually um, had a coupon. He actually had a coupon where I think you get like 2 meals for a certain amount of money or whatever, some kind of meal deal. And so I got, instead of getting one Whopper, he wound up getting me 2 of them. So that wasn't that bad. I ate one, I ate one there, and then I saved the other one to take home with me. And the wife enjoyed it. So, in a way, I got 2 wonderful experiences for the price of one. I got to see my wife happy, and I got something in return as well. So I guess it was all what do you call it, a win-win. So but yeah. So let's see what else is going on. Not too much. Not too much else, Right now, I'm cleaning my floor fans, taking them apart, and just kind of cleaning them up a little bit. I'd like to show you guys on camera, but I can't really turn on my camera at the moment. Because right now, if I was to turn on the camera, you'd probably just see the ceiling, and that's it. So I don't think you guys want to look at that. I mean, unless you guys are into it, I'll turn it on, I don't care. See? All you guys in the ceiling, so. Yeah. See what I mean? Tried to tell you guys, but you didn't want to listen, so here I am. I'm growing my beard, by the way. Yep. So, Diz, what you been up to, man? How's life been treating you these days? Hopefully it's been treating you decent. Me, yeah, like I said, it's been all right. Not really, nothing really good, nothing really bad. It's nothing really good, nothing really bad. It's kind of a even mix of just living life and just trying to survive it. Trying to figure out how this damn thing gets. There we go. I got it. Okay. See how this is now. What the hell? Okay. Fuck. Oh, my goddamn fan. I think I tightened it up too much. Let me see if I can loosen it a little bit. Let's see if that happens. What the fuck? Okay, it's not. I must have messed up something somewhere. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to put my fans together. So, and I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a minute. I think I assembled it wrong. It's got a little catch thing on the. There we go. I think I got it. No, I think what it is that the motor's getting ready to burn out on it, so Yeah, it tends to act up every now and then, so it is what it is, dude. I'm gonna have to get me a new floor fan. This is the one my sister gave me like a long, long time ago. So it's kind of a little worn, should I say, at least. I don't know why it's seized up now. Got this damn thing on high and it's not. Well, hopefully it'll do something. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe I didn't tighten up the back or I tightened it up too much. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. Like I said, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. See, I assembled this fan, but and I've got it on high and it's just not going nowhere for some reason. I don't know. All I did was take it apart and cleaned it. Oh, by the way, check this out, guys. I've had this radio for a long ass time. Look at that. And it still works. See? Everything still works on it. The alarm, everything. I think that's what you call vintage. I mean, I'm not sure. Oh, well, goddamn. I must have done something. Hold on. I gotta see what's going on with this. I'll turn my camera off for a minute. But, anyway, guys, so, yeah. You know, I just had to, get some stuff off my chest and, you know, get my word out a little bit. Now that I got my word out, I'm, pretty cool now, so. At least I think I am, anyway. Unless you guys want to, you know, talk about something or whatever. That's perfectly fine with me. Yeah, it has nothing to do with my assembly. It's the motor on the fan seized up. I could still hear the electricity going through it, but it's just not doing anything. Now, hopefully it'll turn on in a little bit. Usually that's what happens. Like I said, I think I'm just going to need a new fan. Hopefully, you know, I know it's September, so fans are going to be probably a little bit expensive right now. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing for Halloween. I'll probably, you know, do what I usually do, paint my face and fix up the stream room and do a Halloween special, you know, like I do every year. You know, it's nothing really big, but I do pretty much the same thing every year. It's great. You know, I like Halloween. And for Thanksgiving, guys, oh my fucking God. You guys are going to see me cooking my ass off. Like I do every year. You know, I always cook. I'm always the, you know, the chef. I'm always the one that's cooking. And then we're usually feeding off of the leftovers for about a month or so. But around here, I would say leftovers last, I would say probably about good couple weeks or less, to be honest with that. Yeah. So, how about you, man? What you doing with for Halloween? I gotta clean these off in the sink. What I do is I just rinse them. See, there's the rinse. I just take the little cages and I rinse them. Rinse all the dust and the dirt off of them. I try and keep these fans clean because I've got bad allergies, and so it kind of helps. Oh, you don't know yet? Yeah, like I said, I usually do the same thing for Halloween. I don't go out trick or treating, I don't give out candy or anything like that. I just, you know, I wish I can go to a Halloween party, but if I ever go to a Halloween party, I pray that it's non-alcoholic because I do not consume alcoholic beverages. I don't like that kind of crap. And alcohol in general, to me, is nothing but a bad scene, bad place to be. And yeah, it's just no good. To me it is. It's just not good at all. Not a good environment, really bad juju. Yeah, so I pretty much stay away from people that drink copious amounts of alcohol because here's what it is. You hang around somebody that drinks a lot of alcohol, right? Well, eventually they're going to get drunk. Eventually they're going to get stupid. And eventually they're going to want to fight. And I'm sorry, but that's not my scene. I don't get involved in that kind of crap. Never been a fan of it, never will. It's just my opinion, so I don't take offense, no offense to people that do drink a lot. Whether you drink or whether you don't drink, it's you know, it's your personal choice. But with me, like I say, I just don't. See, I cleaned up one fan. One fan's good. But I think the other floor fan just took a shit because it's not working. I try and turn it on. I could feel that the motor's going, but there's just zero movement. So I may have to just trash this one and get another one. So that's going to be on the shit list. Great. And this fucking room gets hot during the summertime, so yeah, and I know it's going to be a little bit more expensive for me to get things, during the winter than it is during the summer because usually, now, just to let you guys know, yeah, same here. Just to let you guys know, you're going to probably be hearing a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, and a lot of bad language, especially in Spanish. Because I'm getting ready to go in where my wife is, and she is going to fucking come unload it on me. She always does. So, just letting you guys be aware of what's going to be happening. So, here we go. We're going into the lion's den. Oh, good. She's outside. Great. Now she'll have more of a reason to get pissed off at me and get aggravated with me. And yeah, so it's going to be fun. Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Diz. Appreciate that. But, like I said, I disabled the chat when I first started streaming. I disabled the chat for a reason. Because I had a lot of things that were on my mind. And I had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. And I'll do that every now and then. If I have things that I want to say or I want to talk about, I need to, get all that out first. Then I'll open up the chat and then we can, chat normal. So, but that's the only reason why I do it. It's because I need to let me get my word out first before you start up with yours. You know what I mean? Whether it's just trolling me, whether it's doing whatever it is that you have it in mind to do, it could hold off until after I'm done saying what I need to say. Because if I keep talking and addressing the chat, talking, addressing the chat, talking, eventually I get distracted and I can't really say what I want to say because there's all this shit going on in the chat and then people are talking about completely and totally different things. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important for me to focus first, get what I need to say. Yeah, that's why it's important for me to focus first, get what I need to say out, and then open up the chat for the rest of it. Because that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I've been doing. And I know a lot of people don't like it. It's different, but it's something that it's a habit that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Everybody does different things on their own channels, you know what I mean? So, like I said, it's no offense against anybody. It's just when I'm focused on something, I have to get my word out because if I don't, it'll never fucking happen. Never. And so that's why I fucking, when I first do a stream like this, if I have something important to say, I will disable the chat until I get my word out. Then I'll re-enable it again. So that the chat can roll and, go, flow accordingly. So, like I said, it's no offense against anybody. It's just, it's just something that I personally have to do. You know what I mean? So, once again, it's nothing against you, nothing against you, nothing against you. It's just how I've learned to operate on a public forum like this. And so, yeah, most people do understand. So, but like I said, man, it's not anything offensive against anybody. It's just, like I said, when I've got something important to say, I have to focus and I have to speak what I need to speak. And yes, I'm drinking green tea. But I have to speak what I need to speak. Because if I don't, I swear to you, the way I act and the way I am, if I don't get my word out right away, I promise you, I will completely forget everything that I was talking about. That's why I can't afford distractions. Because if I get distracted, I will totally forget about what I was going to say and just, it's kind of like a mind hack, so to speak, where people know how to hack and pick through my brain by just, like me being on a specific subject or a specific thing, and then somebody coming in and saying something totally different and totally off kilter just to throw me off so that I can just get discombobulated, and you know what I mean? Like I said, it's no offense against anybody. It's just how my little pea-sized brain operates, So, anyway, guys, I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch, guys. I really don't. I feel like absolute garbage right now. I don't know why. I'm gonna level with you guys. And I know a lot of people probably are not gonna like to hear what I have to say. Or maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know. But I want to express my feelings. I'm hurting, guys. To be honest with you, I'm hurting big time. Because somebody that I used to and still do care about a lot, I just don't talk to her as much as I used to. I don't communicate with her as much as I used to. In fact, I've been trying to distance myself further and further from her. And it's been destroying me, guys. It really has. Why? Because she's been such a very, important part of my life. And now that she's out of it, I kind of feel like I'm on a limb by myself here. You know, because to be honest, I don't know where I'm going from here. I really don't. Because I used to talk to this person like every single day. You know, we used to talk all the time. We used to do things together. You know, we used to cook together. We used to clean together. We used to talk to each other all the time. But now it's just silence, you know. Anyway, enough of my bullshit dribble. I'm gonna get out of here before I start getting all ooey gooey and bullshit like that. So you guys take care, much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and as usual, thank you for watching. Later, guys.